Hi everybody and welcome to Into Health. Today we're going to look at some exercise that you could do if you had a groin strain. So the groin is obviously the muscles of the groin are here, and a very common injury also between footballers and a couple of sports that really can get into the groin, and you get this sort of pain right on the inside. Sometimes it comes across the hips. So these are the exercises that you want to do. There are different stages. So when the groin pain is very acute, you're going to do these two exercises. You're lying onto the floor, hands either side of the hips, and then you're trying to bring the knees out to the side as much as you can. Stay here for the count of 3. And then you're bringing the knees back up towards the ceiling. And then you're bringing the knees out to the side as far as you can go, and it's dictated by your injured side. Count to 10 now. And then you're coming back up. One last time. You're bringing the knees out to the sides. Count to 10. Really trying to relax the area. So you're tilting your pelvis under, and you're trying to keep all of your lower back onto the floor, and you're opening the knees out to the sides. And then come all the way back up. So this is the first one. We're going to do a hamstring stretch modified for the groin, okay? So you're bringing yourself close to a doorway, or close to, for example, this structure here. You're straightening the legs and you're lying down. And then you're bringing the injured leg up and you're placing it against the doorway, so you're feeling the stretch on the back of the leg. Keeping the other leg straight down onto the floor. So if I can show you on the other side, you're lying down onto an area where you can put your leg up. So you're lying very close to the doorway, legs both straight, and then you're lifting the injured leg up and you're resting it across the doorway, keeping the other leg straight. So you should feel a stretch onto the back of the thighs, and releasing down. When these two exercises are starting to be okay, then you progress onto these other two exercises. The injured side is on the side, so you're lying down onto your side with the injured part onto the floor. And now your other leg, the top leg, goes onto the front. You can come up if you want to, here on your forearms, or lying down onto the floor. The other hand is on the front of you, keeping you sort of stable, and then you're lifting the injured leg and the injured groin side off the floor and releasing it. Lifting it up and releasing it, lifting it up and releasing it. You start with 3 and then you progress up to 10. And then from here, you're rolling onto your back and you're doing leg raises, okay? So start by lying onto the floor and see if you can do that one. The one leg, the one that it doesn't move, is going to be bent with the foot down onto the floor, and you're helping yourself by rooting yourself with the hands. The injured leg, you're pulling the kneecap up, so you're engaging the front of the thigh and you're lifting that leg off the floor as much as you can. Count to 3 and then you're releasing it. If you're finding that this is too much, you can come on your forearms and see if this is a little bit easier, okay? So engage the front of the thigh, pull the kneecap up and lift the leg off the floor. 3, 2 and 1. So you do these two exercises when the first two don't hurt so much. And now after you're able to do these exercises, then you're progressing onto a band, okay? And I'll show you what you want to do with the band. You tie a knot onto the band, okay? and then you're placing this underneath the door frame, okay? And then you're closing the door frame. So you're opening the door, placing the knot on the other side of the door frame, and then you're closing the door frame. Make sure you're closing it firmly. And then you're placing the other foot on the inside of the loop. Brace yourself wherever you are. And if you haven't got anything next to you, you can use a chair. And then you're bringing your leg forward. So you're placing the injured leg inside the band. Then you're facing the door. Brace yourself. And you're pushing that heel away from you. And then imagine that this leg is injured. The injured leg is on the outside of the door frame, and you're pushing that leg out off to the side. So this is to do the adductors. Now to do the adductors, you're placing the injured leg close to the door. You're placing the foot inside the loop, and then bracing yourself, you're bringing your leg across the body and back out. Okay, so you start with 3 and you progress up to 10. And then you have to do these exercises at a stage, okay? So you don't want to do them all together. You do the first stage of the 2 exercises where you're bringing the knees out to the side and bringing them back, and you're doing the hamstring stretch. When that's bearable, then you do the 2 other exercises when you're lying on the side, lifting the leg up, and then the leg straight raise, and then you're doing the band one. You're only going to do the band one to sort of strengthen the area. So you don't want to feel too much pain when you're doing the band exercises. And then you're dictating that by the level of how you're progressing into the injury, okay? Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.